Good morning or good afternoon, of course, depending on when you are watching this recording. My name is Mr. Youssef, and I am the Student Leadership and Enrichment Lead here at Sophia High School. It's an absolute pleasure to be speaking to you today, and I'll be taking you through a brief introduction on our enrichment program, our house activities, as well as our overall student leadership approach at Sophia High School. I want to start you off by giving you just a couple of examples of our teachers' opinions. And our teachers, our educators, our professionals are the leaders in enrichment. They lead our activities through many of their passions, their interests, and their expertise. And they've spent countless hours preparing, discussing, and developing this program that we have here at Sophia. And some of the examples that have been discussed, as you can see on the screen, they vary. So we have ideas about own experiences of enrichment as teachers, as well as learning new skills, developing other skills, expanding horizons, love of learning. Teachers' niche knowledge can also be extremely important, and we do utilize this with our educators within our enrichment program. It also is very important that our students find these activities worthwhile, that they develop their social skills with their peers as well. And it's what we try and do throughout this enrichment program is to stimulate the interest of our students and to widen their horizons, essentially. Without further ado, I'll take you through to the mind map that I've created on enrichment. And it's not an exhaustive list, because we do have many options that our students undertake within the enrichment program. But just as a brief introduction, our enrichment program runs on Fridays, so our timetable is slightly different on Fridays, and essentially all of our students are assigned to different blocks within the day, and they will have about 2 or 3 activities sometimes during the day, in addition to 2 or 3 enrichment activities, in addition to a holistic horizons session with their form tutor and a house activity session within their house. So we have 4 houses in Sophia. We have Alpha, Atlas, Apollo, and Artemis. We do carry out many inter-house competitions, and we recently had a Harry Potter competition, as well as a word connections competition between the different houses. We have house point system, where we award points to winning houses, winning students, and students' achievements are, of course, rewarded with house points throughout the school days from Monday to Thursday, as well as on Friday. So house activities aside, the objective of our enrichment program is to develop skills beyond the classroom, to allow students to not only widen their horizons, but to be able to have experiences, a wide variety of experiences within these enrichment activities that will spark interest in different subjects and potentially in different careers. So that's the initial intention. We also play a big role in fostering relationships and communication and well-being within social connections for our learners. And of course, within a virtual setting, that's extremely important in order to develop those extremely important social skills between peers, as well as, of course, overall, the approach to enrichment does indeed improve academic performance and motivation within our learners. Our strategy is simple and straightforward. Our experts, our teachers, our educators who already have very good relationships with our student body and our student cohort, they lead on these activities. And our aim is that as they lead, they also present opportunities for our young learners to develop their own leadership, their own student leadership through different activities in class, through rotating different students in leadership positions in class, whether it's taking notes, whether it's actually leading some aspects of the class, or having class ambassadors that help teachers provide these enrichment activities sometimes. So there are many small bits and bobs that are done within sessions to try and develop these leadership skills. What we actually offer, so apart from the amazing enrichment activities that we have, from animal conservation to humanities and historical figures, film culture club, book club, a social group for some students who need to develop those social skills more, esports skills, geometric design, yoga, meditation, mindfulness, Spanish and other languages. Apart from all of these, we also have, and we use house activity time for this, we also have opportunities where guest speakers come in to Sophia High, and students are exposed to these experts in their own fields and professionals in order to have an idea and sort of ask questions that they'd like to ask from these experts, from these guest speakers, and broaden their understanding of different topics, different mechanisms, different organizations that exist in the world that they live in. So aside from the guest speakers as well, we do provide opportunities for career exploration and talking about different careers and how different careers today compare to careers in the past. And as young leaders and global leaders of the future, our students at Sophia High are given the opportunity to be able to investigate and to explore all of these different wonderful opportunities that they can form part of in the future. Without keeping you for too long, I'd like to touch on house activities again. We work on a platform where we have a house activity session every week. And within these house activities, we also try to look at the holistic side of our students' engagement. And therefore, we've adapted a mentoring system where all house captains, and there are 4 of these, and all of these are teachers and educators within our school, will take out students for mentoring sessions one-to-one in separate breakout rooms and discuss with young learners what some of their needs might be, some of their worries, what went well during that week, how could that week have been even better, and things like that, that essentially allow our students to feel listened to, understood, and their opinions valued throughout their time at Sophia. Again, extremely excited about what this enrichment program is at the moment and what it can become, because at Sophia High, we're always willing to do more, to develop more, and to learn more from leading experts around the world. But before I leave you today, I'd like to leave you with 2 little quotes that really are the vision and the journey at Sophia. And essentially, this is the impact that we want to have on our young learners. One is by Clay P. Bedford, and the other by the one and only Albert Einstein. So you can teach a student a lesson for a day, but if you can teach him or her to learn by creating curiosity, he or her, of course, will continue the learning process as long as they live. So that curiosity is everything we aim to achieve. Sparking those ideas or sparking that curiosity in a young person's mind is key to unlocking a future filled with opportunities, filled with creativity, and filled, of course, with the important values that Sophia holds very close to our heart, and that is to be guardians of our planet and guardians of respect and understanding across the world, and creating a generation of young people that really can embody those values. And the last quote that I'd like to touch on is from Albert Einstein, of course, and learning is experience, everything else is just information. So by providing these experiences, this enrichment program is essentially doing just that, opening the doors to all of our students in front of a very, very big world, and allowing them to have a taste of a number of activities that can help them develop that basic information into something more. Thank you for listening to me today. And if you do have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. Take care. Bye-bye.